The CSR assignment one was a very, very interesting task for me to complete. For this topic, I used less is more as my scenario. I used Sophie, CEO in New York. I found this is very relevant as she would be leading the fashion industry right in the capital in the West. And of course, I used the North Face as my brand. It's a sustainable brand. They work to get people and their consumers very involved in nature. So I found it very, very interesting. I normally struggle with looking forward because there's so many alternatives that could take place in the future. But I mean, I think it's very important for companies to look at 2030 is a pretty realistic goal to look ahead 7 years. What can change and what can companies do to stay relevant and be more sustainable in their activities. So Sophie, the fashion CEO, a day in her life, I mean, it's a very, very modern world that she lives in, and it's very, very focused around sustainability. Of course, when you really explore what her company is involved in, I mean, they're trying to be at the front of the cutting edge of sustainability. This is really important for companies to look that far ahead so they can actually kind of imagine what's going to happen. I mean, as the world is really struggling at the moment in terms of fast fashion, this scenario poses a perfect example of what could happen if the world took the right ideas, creating sustainable products, well-sourced products as well, and rather, instead of buying countless jackets over the season, creating something that provides value to the consumer for such a long time, that doesn't waste for our community. So I found it very interesting. It was quite hard for me to really encapsulate that future orientation, but it was very insightful and it got me to practically understand the textbook a lot better. So yeah, it was very enjoyable and lots to learn.